Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Thrown under the bus.
No. Always live. Always real. Always unpredictable.
I'm not okay with that.
It sounded good when I thought.
Log on and join our live conversation.
Yes, I don't like that.
You're 100% right.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It is Thursday, May 30th. We are live, and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. I'm with Stephanie, Tori, Al, and I'm Sam. Brandon has the day off. Let's get started. Well, it is America's favorite pastime, but everybody was holding their breath last night during the Chicago Cubs baseball game against the Houston Astros. A foul ball in the fourth inning hit a 4-year-old girl in the stands, and the stadium fell silent. This photo captured the moment right after, the girl in tears as her parents rushed her out of the stadium. And the batter, Albert Almora Jr., was beside himself. He put his hands on his head, fell to his knees, and started crying. It took minutes for him to regain his composure. After the game, Almora said, quote, just praying. I'm speechless. I'm at a loss of words, being a father, 2 boys. He went on to say, quote, God willing, I'll be able to have a relationship with this little girl for the rest of my life, but just prayers right now. That's all I really could control. The little girl was taken to the hospital, and we're awaiting word on her condition. And this has people asking, what needs to be done to keep fans safe? Al, I know that you attend many baseball games, and you brought up a point earlier how, other countries have figured this out. So talk about that.
Yeah, it's called a net. Yeah. That's this huge piece of technology we have to wrap our head around. They're worried that it'll interfere with fan experience. How were those fans' experience last night? We have to do something about this.
Including the players.
Right, and something has to be done, and we figured this out. We just need to implement this, and I hope that this will be enough. I hope somebody doesn't have to get killed, because basically at that point it's a projectile.
People have been killed.
So,
they've had people killed. They've had eyeballs explode. People lost vision. They've had sinus injuries. What's so interesting is what he said, quote, is, I wanted immediately to put a net around the entire stadium. If that's coming from him, and MLB has a real issue with these optics if they don't do something, because Japan has this figured out.
Right.
They have it netted the whole way. This third line baseline is very dangerous.
And Stephanie, as someone that has also attended a lot of baseball games, I never even thought about a ball hitting me or, God forbid, my daughter. I now will think twice about bringing my daughter. So I think this could affect their numbers. Now that this is on such a world stage, everyone's talking about it on social media. Do you think because of the pushback that the Major League Baseball is going to do something?
I hope that they will. I mean, obviously this is a sport that's been around for a very long time, and this isn't the first time we've seen an incident, but what we all need to remember is it's not like us playing a game in the park. Like, when these guys hit this ball, they're traveling at speeds of 85 miles an hour, and if that was to hit a child's skull, it can actually crush a child's skull. It's that hard. I was at a hockey game, an ice hockey game, and they have huge nets, and the puck came flying up over the net and actually smashed into one of the LED advertising things, and it actually went into the LED screen. So can you imagine if that was someone's face?
No.
I mean, sport is dangerous, we know that, but a net is a basic safety
Especially
measure.
that third line base, that's where it most happens. That should be put in place.
And just to look at how traumatized Almora is, I can't even imagine what he must be thinking, what he must be feeling. Our thoughts and prayers for that little girl. We pray that she has a full recovery. We pray that she's okay. We don't really know.
Let's just fix this.
I know.
Fix it. Fix it.
All right. Right now, President Trump is trying to clear the air after the White House reportedly requested the USS John McCain Navy ship be kept out of sight during his visit to Japan. So let's get to Kelly Schuberth. She is the latest.
Sam, right now, the USS John McCain is docked at Yokosuka Naval Base in Japan while the ship gets repaired. Now, according to an email from the Wall Street Journal, a U.S. military official ordered the ship to be, quote, out of sight when the president arrived in Japan. The Journal also released a photo showing a tarp over the ship's name. The Navy says, though, that the name was never obscured during the president's visit, and the tarp was only there earlier in the week because of maintenance. Sam, the president is now speaking out, giving his side of the story. Listen to what he told reporters earlier today.
To me, John McCain, I wasn't a fan, but I would never do a thing like that. Now, somebody did it because they thought I didn't like him, okay? And they were well-meaning, I will say. I didn't know anything about it. I would never have done that.
Sam, over to you.
Yeah, so really interesting coverage here. I don't care if you guys don't get along politically. You don't use the military as a prop. You don't use it to cover your ego. And if you don't know who did it, if you didn't do it, that worries me because someone's making enormous decisions. The USS,
without your knowledge.
Without your knowledge. And if for the sailors, what are you saying to them? They proudly serve on the USS John McCain. What are you saying to them? So ego has got to be taken out of this. Political fights stay in the political arena. This, again, makes us look silly.
I want to get in Meghan McCain's response because she did respond to this story. She tweeted, quote, "Trump is a child who will always be deeply threatened by the greatness of my dad's incredible life. There is a lot of criticism of how much I speak about my dad, but 9 months since he passed, Trump won't let him rest in peace. So I have to stand up for him. It makes my grief unbearable." Yeah. This makes me speechless. I mean, I'm going to have to take Trump for his word that he did not know this, and he also thinks it's reprehensible. But I would hope that you would set an example to your administration that that is not okay behavior.
That is petty behavior.
Somebody thought that was okay behavior.
We didn't lower the flags to half-mast when he passed.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we know what's up. And it again, it doesn't matter with this base. I just really wonder what it's saying to our armed services.
That's what I mean.
We're so quick to get drunk in the backyard for Veterans Day or Memorial Day and salute them, you know, at a race car event. But if they do one thing politically that you don't like, they're dead to you.
Which is their job, by the way, to disagree with you politically.
Wow.
So if you're a veteran out there in a DBL Nation, please write us in how this makes you feel. Is it disrespectful as I took it, or is this fine with you? Because I think
Michael Loveland just wrote in on YouTube. Michael Loveland, thank you for watching. He says, the USS McCain, what a poor thing to do.
It's a great
So I think we can all agree on that.
We're attacking war heroes.
Our own.
That's in our lifetime. That's something to hang our hat on. That's amazing.
All right, let's get to this next story. A photograph of William H. Macy is getting a lot of attention right now. That's putting it lightly. Here he is leaving a store in West Hollywood with balloons, reportedly to celebrate his 18-year-old daughter, Sophia Grace's graduation from high school. The balloons say, "Congrats, grad, you did it." Of course, Macy is married to Felicity
Should
Huffman.
there be a question mark instead of a period?
Okay. She pled guilty to charges in connection with the college admission scandal. She paid $15,000 to have a proctor correct Sophia's SAT exam. Many on social are criticizing the photo. So is this picture shameless? See what I did there? Or a stunt?
Good.
Or celebratory? Celebratory. Am I saying that right?
Celebratory.
Celebratory. Let's change that in the prompter. So why are people so up in arms about
Because the optics are perfect. It makes a perfect meme. It's just set up. The guy that's disgraced.
Do you think he did it as a stunt?
No.
No.
But you caught the moment, and it's so right now. We like optics, we like memes, and it's him holding the congrats balloon when they totally cheated. So it
They didn't cheat.
They did.
The Felicity cheated.
But
not
he
the daughter.
Well,
Not the
he was
daughter.
caught on tape saying, "Let's do it," and then backing off. So he was almost about to do it. So he could have been charged, absolutely.
I don't know why I don't see a problem with this. And you know how critical I have been about the college admission scandal, right? If it was Lori Loughlin, I would be up in arms. For some reason, I shouldn't be giving Felicity Huffman a pass. Because she's taking ownership, I'm already rooting for her. I still think she should suffer those repercussions, do some jail time. But yeah, if it was Lori Loughlin, I would be so upset.
Erica Cobb is not here right now, but I mean, we do talk about the comeback, and I think that Felicity Huffman is on her comeback, and then you're kind of cheering her on for that. Whereas Lori Loughlin fought to the end, and is still fighting.
Do you see an issue with this?
I'm not gonna lie. I think there's if she passed and she's graduated, lovely. But I mean, it's not that expensive to get someone to deliver that to your house. Don't go out and do it yourself. I mean, you're setting yourself up
I'm
for
on
failure.
Postmates right now. Just have somebody drop that off.
Look, I mean, do you really think that's not going to leak everywhere? Come on, just pay someone, Jesus.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's not as if you've not spent enough on this already. Let's be real.
All right. Well, the force was strong last night at Disney's big Star Wars Galaxy Edge opening in California. Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, George Lucas, and more were on hand to try and fire up the Millennium Falcon.
I was there too.
No.
Let's fire up the Falcon!
Is there somebody who knows how to fix this thing?
Hey, no.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. Peter? This one's for you.
Look at Sam's. Wait, just look at Sam's face. Her eyes were like.
No one one's better than Han Solo. No one's that guy.
I know. There's something so. I know. I'm holding
She's
myself.
hugging herself.
There's just something so iconic about this. We all grew up on Star Wars. It's coming to life before our very eyes. I get to be there on Saturday.
Al looks like he couldn't care less. Let's be
Yes,
honest.
he does. He loves Star
I like
Wars.
Star Wars. I don't know if I like that.
What do you mean?
Bunch of men in suits pounding on.
You're wearing a suit now.
I thought that was ridiculous.
No, you did not.
I thought Chewie was he was overcombed.
I think he could have given it a bit
He was overgroomed.
He could have given it a bit more enthusiasm, though. It was kind of like
You know
a
what it was?
half-hearted.
I think it was too high. I noticed that too, and he was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was the only thing. Look at
Because it's you guys, because it's live and it's not on a film set
Wait,
where
let
they
me-
can do take after take after take.
Yeah, but
Let me
he could have
ask
given
you
it a
this.
bit more
Why do you think
action.
Star Wars
Look.
hit so hard for people?
Because it's good versus evil.
But that's been every story since the beginning of time. Why
It's the
Star Wars?
basis of dark, light, father, son. It's the most important aspect of our ancestry going back to human nature.
It was also the first film that we saw with that
In
type
space
of
and stuff.
with that type of I don't want to say technology, but we've never seen
Yeah.
anything in cinema like that before Star Wars.
Yes.
It was so yeah.
Wasn't Star Trek before Star Wars?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not a Trekkie, but Tori is.
I think it was after.
It couldn't have been. Yeah, it's
we're getting
before.
no's in here. All
So
right.
I was right.
Okay.
So we have seen technology like that.
Way before.
I think Star
Roddenberry
Wars
was
is a little bit different than Beam Me Up.
Star Wars is different than Star Trek. They're very similar.
No, they're very different.
They're different.
DBL is live. We'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, Arnold Schwarzenegger in a rap song. We'll play it for you. Plus, we've got a rundown of the best bathing suits for every body type, just in time for summer. And you, the viewer, are our fifth host. Major production companies like Netflix and Disney are considering cutting ties with Georgia in the wake of the controversial new abortion law. But does this type of protest hurt the women it's meant to help? Your comments coming up next.
Hi DBL Nation, Kelly Schuberth here with the DBL Digital team. Happy Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. It's Friday Eve. Let's go to the desk and see what's going on over here. Hey Steph, what's going on over here?
Hey guys. I have to give him like one or two notes.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna chat. What's up, Dave?
What's up?
You got any big plans for the weekend? Feels like Friday.
Yeah, it does. Let's see, it does. I'm trying to think. Oh, I got some golf planned.
Ooh.
Some disc golf planned.
That sounds fun. Golf
yeah.
and disc golf.
Yeah.
Big weekend plan.
Yeah.
DBL
It's
Nation,
supposed
let us
to
know
be
what you're
kinda
doing this
nice here
weekend.
in Denver.
Yeah,
It
it's
could
supposed to
rain,
be.
though.
It could
Could
rain.
rain,
It
so
could
that's
rain.
fine.
But at least we're gonna have some nicer weather. It's felt a lot better outside. We've had a lot of weird weather here in Colorado, which is normal. But usually the storms come in and then they move right out an hour later. But we've had a lot of dreary days.
We came in Tuesday morning, and the ground was green.
Yeah,
because of
it was
all the
crazy.
leaves
All the
that fell
leaves
from
had
the
fallen off the
yeah.
trees. So yeah, it was great. Let's go to Sam and Al at the desk. What's going on, guys?
Hi. Okay.
What they say, so just don't.
All right. So I'm going to read some of your comments here. I'm trying to. We're all over the place. We have a lot of people chiming in about USS McCain. All agree it was in poor taste. No matter what political side you're on, no matter what, if you agree with John McCain politically or not, he is a war
Sam,
hero.
let me ask you
Yes.
something, because this is where I am, and I want to ask you guys this, and I'm going to ask it to Sammy and ask you guys. I feel like at this point we know there's a clear line of what side you're on. So at this point, when we talk about issues like McCain or anything, I'm not thinking like this is going to be an attack on Trump or an attack on the left, because I feel like it doesn't matter. Everybody's already locked in it. I just conceptually, I just cannot believe that this country that is really a pro-military country.
You can't accept stuff like that. I don't care if it was Trump or if it was Obama. I would say this is not right.
I would just think McCain would be the one person that
feels
was
untouchable.
bipartisanly untouchable. And we talked to a friend of mine of ours that's conservative, and he explained why he didn't like his policies. But it just seems like his policies completely erase the time he spent in camp. And
I know.
It's strange. I'm
can't
really
even wrap your
shocked.
head around it. I know.
I'm really shocked.
Yep.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for Fifth Host. When we talk about what you're talking about, Disney might protest Georgia's new abortion law, putting thousands of jobs at risk. Although Georgia offers a generous tax break for film and TV productions, Disney CEO says it's not practical to continue filming there if the abortion law is enforced. Netflix is also rethinking working in Georgia. So DBL Nation, with thousands of jobs at stake, should Hollywood continue filming in Georgia? Let's get right to your comments.
This is a tough one. Okay. Eric from Facebook says Disney is all about entertaining children, but now it's opposing a law that would save unborn children. Eric, I'm not going to get into you with the abortion thing. This is such a dynamic issue, and obviously Disney feels a certain way about it, and they're willing to go all the way. So we have to see how that's going to play out because people are going to be hurt on both sides.
Nicole from Facebook says, I'll applaud all the help I can get to protect my rights. Thank you, Disney and Netflix. Yeah, when I talk about protest, I always say, and this is a form of protest in my opinion, it has to be the highest of stakes. Otherwise, people aren't forced to make changes. And we've seen this with the transgender ban in North Carolina. It's worked before. I'm all for it.
Mima from Facebook says, how about this? Boycott Disney. Oh, Mima, I think you'd have a fight on your hands there, love. I mean, I respect what they're doing. I understand it's going to be very difficult for those that need those jobs, but sometimes in the course of history, we've seen it happen lots and lots. But you have to stand up for what you believe in.
Got it. And Diana from Facebook says, oh, well, time to move on. What state will be the first to offer comparable tax breaks? Interesting. We may see that come to light. I don't know. Listen, I see both sides to this issue. I am for the protest, as Tori said so eloquently, but at the same time, I don't want to see people lose their jobs. I know that a lot of parents out there are working day in and day out to feed their children, and if they're living paycheck to paycheck, you take away their job, they could be on the street. So this is a tough one for me.
It's tough too because television jobs come and go. It's not a steady of an industry, except on this show. We'll be on forever.
Yes, we will.
Edith from Facebook says, not a good idea. This will hurt Disney and Netflix in the end. Edith, I'm sorry to let you know, ESPN and Disney and Netflix own everything. They'll be fine. So we have to decide, is this something that's going to hurt American citizens? And at the same time, is this going to allow Disney to uphold their values? So it's a tough decision. And obviously, Disney and Netflix, they hold all the cards right now.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and if you also think that Disney is, you're like, they won't miss me. It doesn't matter. Will Georgia miss them? The money is where it really is put to the hold.
All right. Well, thank you for writing in. We love hearing from you. Arnold Schwarzenegger just made his debut as a rapper in a new song. Raquel, please share the details.
Oh, that is right, Sam. Arnold Schwarzenegger is ready to pump you up with a new summer jam. Now, he's joining forces with Austrian singer Andreas Gabalier for a motivational song about his career. Take a look.
Break some rules.
Oh, you heard that right. Now, DBL Nation, are you feeling this new track?
I live for the cheese.
The weird eye motions
Would it be anything else if it wasn't that's so Arnold?
Is it?
Hilarious.
I didn't think it was very good.
It's not.
It's not good.
It's so bad, it's good.
Yes, it's campy.
It's more like spoken word. You should have been at a black nightclub doing that.
Should we all do this?
Yeah, that was.
I'm excited to hear the whole thing.
Yeah, that was good.
Go Arnie.
I dig
You're
it.
not excited.
Go Arnie.
Coming up on DBL, we've got affordable and easy to wear bathing suits that will flatter any body type. That's next on DBL.
Officially lost. Chris Patterson, could you come here, please? I officially lost my Trekkie card. I heard the disappointment. I know now that Star Trek was the 1960s and Star Wars was the 1970s. Roddenberry was around in the 60s. I heard him scream and was mad. I'm the Picard Next Generation, I have to be honest, and that was in later. But I
like Kirk.
I know, and Kirk was around much earlier. So tell me the level of disappointment. A lot of the fans writing in, a lot of sad faces, and Tori fails. I apologize to Gene Roddenberry and his wife, who, by the way, played the voice of the computer. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, anywho, he knows everything. So I apologize to all Star Trek fans, and I beg forgiveness for my parents if they're watching. This has just been a stain on my ancestry. Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. So if you guys want to give me more history on it, I'd love to be, what do you call it? When you're totally learned, it's a slang word. When you're like, learnt. Woke, something like that. So if you guys
Schooled.
can school, that's it. So if you can school me in Star Trek history, let's play some trivia
First
today.
interracial kiss on TV.
That's
There you go.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Roddenberry, visions. You know his ashes are in space.
Welcome back to DBL. Across the country, pools are officially open, which means bathing suit season is upon us. In today's DBL Style 101 class, I catch up with DBL Master Stylist Jordan to learn the swimsuit styles that are flattering for everyone. Jordan, summer is unofficially here now that Memorial Day's been and gone, which means one thing and one thing only. Time to expose a bit of the skin.
Yep, it is everybody's favorite season, bathing suit season.
Okay, so let's start with a cover-up. What is the ideal cover-up? Because you can't always be wandering in and out of like bars and restaurants on the beach just in your swimsuit.
Absolutely. You definitely want something that's going to be really interactive with your swimsuit already. So sarongs are fabulous, and you can tie around the waist to make your swimsuit more of your top. I love a good caftan. I am so pro a great caftan. And then you want something that's going to be easy to take on and off for getting in and out of the pool. You want to be able to walk, dip your toe in, drop it, and dive right in.
And look super glamorous at the same time.
Exactly. You got to have a little bit of that chicness, you know?
Exactly. And what about the actual swimsuit? I mean, there are so many different types.
Yeah.
There's so many different body types.
Absolutely. It definitely depends on the person. And I kind of range in between swimsuits. I love a high-waisted bikini. I love that look. I love that it gives me the support. It covers up my tummy. I get a little bit of skin and I can roll it down when I'm laying down and everything kind of smooths over to different sides so I can tan everywhere. I also love, one of my favorite swimsuits ever is just this gorgeous kind of navy blue, a little bit of ruching right here, covers the belly, nice little V-neck, but a great one piece is so in, and one pieces are back, thankfully.
Yeah, I love a one piece because of that block color, it's really good at outlining your silhouette.
Absolutely.
And like you said, with the ruching, that can hide a multitude of sins.
Absolutely.
Or holiday cocktails.
Yes, yes. It might be summer, but some of us still have our winter bodies. So a little bit of protection right here is always going to help. One of my face swimsuits that I bought last year is an off-the-shoulder ruffle. You have these really cute removable straps so you can take it off while you're tanning. Also drop your arms out of the ruffle so you don't get a weird tan. And it just feels kind of fun and flirty. If you combine that with a high-waisted two-piece, to me it's like ideal. It's the perfect swimsuit.
And what about color? What are the must-have colors, do you reckon, of the season?
You know, I think if you want to be safe, navy or black is always phenomenal, but red is trending really hot. I love a great neon. Get out of your comfort zone. Polka dots are super in right now. Cute little tie-dyes are really in. So find something fun that's going to make you feel fabulous and also show off your amazing tan.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to cheers you to that.
Cheers.
Here's to summer being here.
Here's to summer.
We'll be right back.
You guys, DBL Nation, I've been getting a couple challenges. How fast can you do your makeup? And today we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna start right away right now with a little bit of Tatcha Eye Pro Cream. This guy is going to help for brightening. This is what I use every single day instead of a concealer. It's gonna make sure that I look nice and awoke underneath my eyes. Quick and easy way for anyone at home that doesn't wanna use a concealer to still get a hydrated and brightened finish and actually get some skincare in their makeup. This isn't just a concealer, it's an eye cream once again with a tint. I wear the shade Candlelight from Tatcha Harper, but you guys let me know what you use. Now next, I'm going to use Kosas Facial Oil Foundation. This is amazing if you live in a dry climate like myself here in Colorado. And I'm gonna take this foundation, I'm gonna put it onto a powder brush, and this is great for spreading out coverage. I actually got this trick from my husband, Ty J. Banks, I see you out there. And you're gonna just get this even hydrated glow for your foundation. Is this for camera? Probably not, but great for everyday wear if you're working in an office, if you're working just anywhere except for in front of a camera, you should totally have this foundation. I got this about 3 weeks ago and it stays on my skin all day. And notice I'm working with makeup all day as well. I get hot, I get nice and warm through the day, I'm moving around, and still this foundation goes all over my skin beautifully. I barely even have to look at it and it looks like butter, guys. So that's gonna be my Kosas Foundation Oil. Next up, I'm gonna take a little bit of a loose powder foundation and we're gonna blend this guy all over to set that foundation. Now, you might be asking, why are you gonna put a powder on top of foundation or on top of an oil if you're dry? I still wanna set it. I don't want this guy to move all over my skin, so the powder is going to help to make sure that it's gonna stay locked and loaded all day so I have a beautiful appearance, but I still have that smooth glow, okay? Now next here, I'm gonna take a little bit of a cream blush from Too Faced Cosmetics. This is from their Peach collection. And this is a matte cream blush to give me a little bit of color on my cheeks, y'all. Now, on my next step here, I have a little bit of a ColourPop blush and eyeshadow duo. Yes, I am using an eyeshadow for my blush, guys. And to top it out, we're taking a little bit of Too Faced highlighter. And that is a full slay from Jewelry for the Slay in under 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Let me know if your guys' thoughts are, and we'll see you next time, DBL Nation.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Tori.
Well, I got bashed for my Star Trek not knowing my, yeah, I know, I got bashed. So I apologize, my Star Trek card has been revoked. But Michael Loveland wanted to talk about the bathing suit. Says, this year for a bathing suit, I'm just going to use a cabana. I don't know if he means just naked or a full thing,
That's
but yeah.
I hope naked.
I know, there you go. But I like that idea of ruching and all of that, because I have a little poochie poo, so that helped me.
No, I think it's good because it just goes to show that you can mix and match your swimwear. You don't have to just think about a boring one piece. You don't have to think about like a bikini if you don't want to cover your body up. You know,
I liked her off the shoulder version of a bathing suit. How cute was that?
Yeah, removing the straps, and I was saying it's a really useful way if you've got a larger bust, and you know we can't all wear strapless tops, even though they look lovely and we don't want the marks, but they have so many options. So lots out there, ladies.
Yes, we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.